Hello? You need to turn off YouTube in the background.
Yes, I know. I left the house
Okay, how are you?
just so I could be able to hear you.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
So what's going on with all this toxicity?
Well, to answer your question, I think modern women today were just not raised correctly. This generation came from a generation where if the woman was pregnant as a teenager, she was pretty much coddled and allowed to. Hello?
I'm still here.
Sorry, I received a call. She was pretty much coddled and allowed to raise the baby, and the mother would raise the baby, and the grandmother would raise the baby. And so you have generations of women who basically lost the wifely essence, if you could say.
I mean, do you have any children?
I have 4 girls.
Are you married?
No.
All from one father?
The first 3 were, but he passed away.
Okay. Are you still with your other child's father?
Right now we are on a break.
Mm-hmm. Any particular reason?
But we still communicate. We still talk.
Is there a reason why you guys get married?
We plan on getting married. I just have to make sure things are in order.
What does that mean?
What's that?
What does that mean?
Well, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's charming. He does everything emotionally correct, but he just has to grow up a little bit. He has to become
a baby. So I gotta ask the hard question. Why you got 3 kids and then you go have another one and then you say that he's all right to have a baby with, but he ain't good enough to marry?
No, I made the decision to have the child before the marriage, so that was on me.
But still,
he's good enough to marry.
Okay, then why not marry him?
Because he just has to grow into his manhood a little bit more. That's all.
No, it's not all. This doesn't make any sense to the rest of us in the world.
I know it doesn't. But because when I first met him, it was all charming, all the bells and whistles. He was the wonderful guy.
Why do all that and not have? Why do all that's fine? What brings what makes all of this our business? If you want to know, what makes it our business is when the child is born, because that child goes into the world, and we got to deal with that. Y'all could have had all the sex y'all wanted to. But if he wasn't a man enough to marry, he shouldn't have been man enough to have a baby for.
No, like I said, we were engaged.
It doesn't matter. There's no way to get past it. Baby after marriage.
I asked him whether he wanted to have the child first or the marriage first, and he wanted to have the child, so I gave him a child. And it was just it was a decision that was easy for me because I'm already used to being a quote-unquote baby mother. So,
I know.
That's what makes it that I made at that age.
But see, that's the thing, and that's what makes it, so like you said, generationally.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing. You've had 3 kids, and you already know that. He wanted to have the child out of wedlock. That should have been number 1 clue that he wasn't ready.
That's not true. It wasn't that he wasn't ready. It was just that I saw things after I had a baby with him that I probably wouldn't have seen if I would have got married first and then had a child.
That's the point. Get married first.
But then I would have been stuck with the things that I have to deal with now.
Absolutely no. We gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop this as a culture. We gotta stop this. Y'all are more concerned with being quote unquote stuck. I mean, a mother of 4 kids, you stuck, period. 3 or 4. But we gotta stop this silly shit about, well, being a wife is one thing, but being a baby mama, it's on a different level.
Like I said, it was a cultural thing when I was growing up that it was just kind of, it wasn't okay to be a pregnant teenager, but you would be okay because your mother, your grandmother, your auntie.
If you're 30, how old is your youngest? How old is your youngest?
She's 3.
Man, you're old enough to know to marry before you carry. It doesn't matter who he was, what he asked for, what the price of tea in China. You got 3 kids. You know that by now.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we have another woman, another black mother, who is another mother, a black woman in this case, who's just saying, sure, I'll give it to you. And now we got a 4th kid. And we don't have another black family. We got another fractured situation.
It's only fractured in the sense that we don't have.
It's fractured in the sense that it's fractured. It's fractured in the sense that I'm sitting here talking to a woman. It is fractured in the sense that I'm sitting here talking to a woman who's saying I had a baby for a man who ain't mature enough and handling this man shit. That's how it's fractured. Stop making excuses for it.
I'm not going to say that he's not mature enough.
It doesn't matter what it is. He wasn't. Lord have mercy.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm there, man. But it's just you're not listening.
I hear you loud and clear. I already accepted that, and I hear what you're saying. I've already accepted that. So the only thing that I'm defending is the fact that he is a great guy. He just have a little further he has to do that doesn't require me.
Come on, Ad.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene.
Y'all be patient with me now.
Hurry in and find the one.
I can't help him become a man. He can only do that on his own.
Then those kinds of men should not be fathers.
Why not? He's a wonderful father.
Oh my effing, are you serious?
Yes.
So what I want you guys to understand, everybody keeps saying marry a single mother. Listen to the logic that's going on here.
What does him not being able to do things within our relationship have to do with him being a father and how he takes care of his children?
You're the one making the distinction.
Yes, I made the distinction that he's a great father, but at this point, he's not. I would still marry him right now, but I just know if he can work on his things alone.
What does he need to work on?
He just has to prioritize a little bit more.
Meaning what? Meaning what?
I don't really feel comfortable displaying that on YouTube.
Well, man, whatever. If you say he would prioritize, then that means he should have been able. See, all that stuff. You need to have done that before you become a dad, right?
Yeah, I didn't. That didn't come into play at the time when we were dating.
Well, see, this is what happens when, and honestly, this is what happens when we do things out of order. We end up in so if you guys don't get married for some reason.
Sorry, my neighbor ran into the house.
So if your neighbor ran, oh my. So if you
I said if you heard a dog.
If you guys don't get married, then what?
Then that has nothing to do with him being a great father to his daughter.
So you're 32 years old. If you don't marry this father, do you plan on just being single for the rest of your life?
I'm
asking, man, if you don't marry this man,
right?
It doesn't have anything with him not being a great father, you guys co-parenting, any of that. But if you didn't marry this man, would you plan on not dating ever again?
No, I'm gonna still date.
Thank you. That's what's on the open market with single mothers. He needs to get his priorities together. All right? And no matter how you get to it, if you don't marry him, I'm still going to go out there and try to find another one of y'all. No, thank you. My critics and detractors, when are you going to talk to mothers like this and sit them down and get them to understand that their logic, their thought process is flawed? Stop shooting out kids for men you say that aren't ready. Your mom was a single mother. You got a kid. 4? And y'all think that... Did I miss something? I mean, in the comment section, did I miss something? I don't understand. Did I miss something? Because I'm not understanding why it was just such a, that he's a great father and, he just needs to work on this and that. Okay, so, all right, well. And if it don't work out between us, I'm just going to go find somebody else. This is what I mean. Like the first one I said. At what point in the world do women in these situations become so arrogant and entitled and headstrong